I love that Edward hates the blue badger.
Yeah.
And believe me, that hatred does not go away as the series continues.
What is that murderer doing here?
Why does he keep looking at me in particular? He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Now, that is an interesting point there.
So a shadow or a silhouette?
Silhouette, of course, yeah. I think that's what they mean to say here. So something has cast a shadow that looks like the blue badger. 3 creepy horns. Okay, valid point by Phoenix. Something made us think it was a blue badger. What was it? Now, have you got a guess, Purple?
I'm gonna say Gant.
No. Did you see it?
There's the statue thingy.
Yeah, the jar. Now, this is a pretty tough one to suss out, but watch this, how this plays out.
Okay. I'm intrigued to see how this goes.
Mm-hmm. Does blue badger look alike? It is. Now, we think it's the jar. And bear in mind, this is not necessarily a stretch because we know it was in the room at the time.
Yeah.
In the crime scene. So perhaps we're bluffing our way through here, but I'm sure Phoenix is about to shock the world here. A plain and completely unconventional jar. Now, here we go. Watch this. Not upsetting at all, by the way. So again, the whole idea of this is to try and basically manipulate the jar so that it'll look like the crown of the blue badger there. So you can see that we're kind of getting the shape, but again, the point that Phoenix is trying to make here is you have to get it from a certain angle.
Yeah.
Right? So obviously, the way we're doing it here is a bit wrong because you're clearly not going to see it from the bottom. But you need to be able to see it from a point where you could make that shape, you know?
Controls are so smooth and not clunky at all.
Yeah, the emulation let me down here a little bit, as you can imagine. There we go. Now, look at this. Look.
Oh.
There it is.
There you go.
That's the blue badger. Now that is pretty fucked up. That's like a fucking optical illusion you see on fucking Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction, like.
That is in fact true.
A similar event did take place. Now then. So again, now that we've proven that this shape can look like the blue badger, how does that tie into the drawing and Emma Sky? Exactly. What does it mean? That doesn't change anything. Are we sure about that?
Okay, so we know that the jar is in the office.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But now again, obviously the jar doesn't affect anything in terms of the actual mechanism of the murder. But what we're querying here now is where it's happening, right? Yes, there you go. So it's there. We know it's there in the office. That's a start. And it's on. And again, if we're going with a split desk, it's on Lana's side of the office.
Yeah.
But there is something else that's given the location away here.
Ooh. Oh.
Chief Dance office instead. And again, what's the one thing that's giving that away? That's telling us that the murder happened there.
It was the blood.
Well, no, the blood was on Lana's side. That's the thing. There's everything on Gant's side has been cleaned.
Oh yeah.
I think Phoenix may have figured out what's happened, and I don't think he's going to like it.
Dun dun dun.
When he was knocked into the wall, yes. Again, the reason that's important. Oh. Yeah. That's how he got stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
And we've just established, because if it's a broken knife, we know who is holding that.
Yes.
And if we've established that Emma knocked back the person who had the knife,
then she is the manslaughter.
yes, that is according to this theory.
Yeah.
We are just about to accuse a teenage girl of manslaughter.
As you do. Typical work today.
Okay, Edgar's going to say it for us, I guess.
Yeah.
There, look. That's how it happened, apparently. He literally got pushed back and impaled on the suit of armor.
Oh shit. Oh, poor Emma.
And that's why Lana Skye was covering for her. Because that's probably what she found at the crime scene. Now, how is that for a plot twist?
Oh, and she faints. And she's gone.
As any good murderer would.
Hey. But again, this has nothing to do with the current trial.
I was just about to ask that question, Bergbot. Does it relate to this trial?
Oh!
Lana's getting a bit rattled here for the first time in a while. Yes. There you go. Edward has caught her in the trap already. Yeah, sure you do, mate. I don't believe you. Oh, do we have any conclusive evidence? Well, as it turns out, we have an actual safe's worth of evidence.
Yes, this trial could do with some actual evidence.
Yes, that would be nice, rather than just theories. Conspiracy theories, no less.
Testifying true evidence.
Yes.
No.
With one possibility.
Oh.
Aha.
Oh.
Now we've had this shit before in other cases where we reckon the victim may have tried to leave a message.
Yeah.
And yeah, in fairness, like the last time it wasn't possible, but let's see, maybe this one might work out better.
Yeah.
Now again, we do have something for this.
Yeah.
Lana's getting very stressed out here.
Oh, we're acting in self-defense, to be fair. So, like,
yeah.
You know, she's not a murderer.
She's not, but again, they're establishing in the in this Ace Attorney universe that manslaughter is still counted as murder.
Yeah.
So even if you're found guilty, you're still going to jail. In the second case, there is a case of manslaughter, and the guy still goes to prison anyway.
Right. Okay.
You know, so they are very harsh in that in this world, very black and white. So the piece of evidence. So let's look at the jar one more time. Can you see it?
The blood. Or the red mark. Blood.
Yes. Now, as you can see, that blood is wiped away.
Yeah.
Leaving a few like little dry spots here and there. It's not a Pokemon, Lana. All right, relax. I like that now because Phoenix is so convincing. Now everyone just sees the blue badger in this. Faint trail of blood in the jar. Yes, the central fragment was kept in Gant's locker.
We're gonna have to connect the dots.
Yeah, and what do we get if we connect the dots?
This is gonna be like the Ripper puzzles, isn't it?
No, thankfully not. Thankfully not. So let's connect the dots. What is it going to spell out?
So
Let's try that.
we've got
Oh,
an E,
yeah,
an M, and an A.
yeah.
Spells Emma wrong.
Yes, but that's how Emma's spelled in this game. That's how
Yeah.
Emma Skype spells it. So yeah, that's why.
Like no one would like deliberately misspell that name in their
No.
lifetime.
That's the thing. If you know who this woman, who the girl is, and how she spells it, that actually makes it more convincing. Now, Burkbot, after hearing that
Yeah.
Neil Marshall drew Emma in his own blood on the jar. After hearing that, like the jar was knocked back after he hit the knight's knife, essentially.
Yes.
Does that sound right?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Sure, it doesn't.
No. It sounds like he could be, trying to frame, or someone's trying to frame Emma, perhaps.
Oh, and speaking of,
Who would
showed up?
do that?
Yeah, who could do that? Let's ask the weird orange latex man what he thinks about this. That's very much confirming there that Joe Dark was indeed executed. And he's now blaming Edgeworth for the entire thing. Which seems a little bit harsh, if you ask me.
Like, how does Gamp just all of a sudden get into the testimony box? Like, he just walks in and is like, I'm chief of police, let me talk.
That is quite literally what he does. He just goes, nope, my turn now. Fuck all of y'all. Merely keepers of the law, eh? So again, he's blaming Edward for the entire thing. And funny enough, Edward is perhaps the last person involved in this case that hasn't had some form of misfortune follow him. And now the people have turned against the prosecutors. It's the one thing they didn't want to happen. Total anarchy. What again? Yeah. Again, this is the final day, so we can't go for another retrial. It has to end tonight.
It has to end. So we need to find. Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to happen?